So for this, we have already seen the conditions for your center of mass. Center of mass upon pilot, that is nothing but the point at which whole mass of the body is supposed to be concentrated. That is called as the center of mass. And for that, we have seen the resultant vector. And that resultant vector it is given in terms of vector r is equal to this summation whole I MIRI divided by M. ओके तर हे आपण याच्यामध्ये ऑलरेडी पाहिलेलं आहे की जे काही तुमचं सेंटर ऑफ मास आहे त्याचा रिझल्टंट वेक्टर जो आहे that should be written like this. So center of mass that is considered as nothing but the weighted average. ठीक है, weighted average of the body. For this we have considered the total number of masses that is nothing but n number of particles. आपण ऑलरेडी याच्यामध्ये पाहिलेलं होतं की आपल्याकडे n number of particles आहेत which is having some masses m1 m2 up to you can say mi to up to mn. तर एवढे number of masses जे आहेत n number of masses आपण कन्सिडर केलेले होते. And with respect to this we have seen there are n number of position vectors. So from that we have calculated this condition. याच्यावरती एक प्रॉब्लेम देखील आपण सॉल्व केलेला आहे. Today we'll have to look at the conservation of linear momentum, how this momentum that will be conserved. That is, we have to look at both the things, linear as well as the angular momentum. So, in order to show this, let us consider the forces acting on the particle. Let there are two forces that will act on the particle, that is nothing but the internal force as well as the external force. So, let us say the external force that is applied on the particle that is given in terms of F external that is equal to, as there are n number of particles, so we have to combine all the particles and the forces applied on it. So we can say F1 external, so this is the total external force that is equal to F1 external plus F2 external up to we have n number of particles, so this is nothing but F and external. So these are the number of particles, n number of particles, and these are nothing but the respective forces applied on it. So this is the total external force. As this is the external force applied on the particle, on the same basis we have some internal force. So that internal force that is given in terms of Fi internal. The internal force acting on the ith particle due to its interaction. Okay, so Fi internal it is given as summation Fij internal. Look at this point. This is important thing. So you can have this consideration, that is this Fy internal. This is like this, where this I is not equal to j, and j that will stand from 1 to n. How many number of particles? There are n number of particles, and we have to look at the internal force. This is the total internal force acting on the particle, and it is given as summation over j is equal to 1 to n, where this I is not equal to j, and to Fij internal. What is Fij internal? This is nothing but the internal force acting on the ith particle. Internal force acting on the ith particle due to its interaction, okay, on the ith particle as a result of its interaction on the jth particle. सगळ्यांचे लक्षात येते दोन कंडिशन्स आहेत. एक तर आपण Fij असं लिहू शकतो किंवा Fji असं लिहू शकतो. हे दोन्ही आपल्याला यूज करायचं आहे. Fij that is the interaction of the ith particle as a result of its interaction with the jth particle, and here Fji internal, that is exactly opposite. So you can have these two conditions. So what should be the total external force? So what is the total force acting on the particle? The total force acting on the particle, that is the combination of Fi external plus Fi internal. हे लक्षामध्ये घ्या. This is very simple conditions. The point is, we have to consider the total force. In order to consider the total force, there are two conditions. One is the internal force, another one is the external force. So internal force that is given in terms of this condition, that is summation over j and the external force is on the same basis. So by combining these two forces, external force as well as internal force, will get the force that will act on your particles. F is equal to Fi external plus Fi internal. So we just put the values and we can write this. F is equal to this Fi external plus this summation over j is equal to 1 to n, where this I is not equal to j, this Fij internal. So what is this? Again look at this condition. This is the internal force acting on the I particle. Fij internal is the internal force acting on the I particle as a result of its interaction on j particle. ठीक है? ये असेल तर this is the internal force of the j particle as a result of its interaction on the I particle. So remember this condition. So what is force? According to the Newton's second law of motion, the force is nothing but the rate of change of momentum. The force is nothing but the rate of change of momentum, and so I can write this as dp I by dt on the I particle, let us say. So you can have this is dp I by dt, which is equal to this Fi external plus summation over j is equal to 1 to n, where this I is not equal to j, that is Fij internal. So the total force acting on the particle, that is given in this way. Now we will have to sum up these conditions. जे काही आपण मोमेंटम वगैरे लिहिला आहे, we have to sum up it over r. So I can write it as nothing but summation over r. This is dpi by dt, which is equal to summation over I. This is Fi external plus, now look at this condition. It already summation over j hai. We will have to sum up it over summation over r. So I will combine both the things and I can write this as summation over I j. I write it in the summation dash. सगळ्यांनी लक्षात येत आहे आपण सम अप करतोय, सम अप ओव्हर I. इथं ऑलरेडी समेशन आहे, so we have two summations, summation over I and summation over j. So I will combine that both the terms and I can write only one term, that is summation dash over ij. Okay, into this Fij internal. What does this mean? Summation dash over ij, that means that the term j is equal to I is excluded from the sum. The term j is equal to I, याचा अर्थ काय की याच्यामध्ये जे काही टर्म येणार आहे त्याची व्हॅल्यू j is equal to I असेल, म्हणजे I equal to j is equal to 1 टर्म असेल किंवा 2 टर्म असेल. जेवढ्या काही सारख्या टर्म असतील त्या सगळ्या याच्यातनं काय करायच्या, एक्सक्लूड करून टाकायचे, यातून बाहेर काढायचे. So we can have these conditions. Okay, this is the first thing. Now the second point is this. According to Newton's third law of motion, for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. What does it mean? Let us say we can have an internal force. So this Fij internal, that action by the body, that must be equal to reaction on the body. आपण ते already पाहिलं. Action and reactions are equal and opposite. So the forces Fij internal, that must be equal to Fji internal. When it is equal, when they are equal and opposite. So as they are equal and opposite, we can say this is the second thing. हे आता आपल्याला यूज करायचं. There is one more condition. हे जे काही आपण सम अप केलेला, जे काही समेशन डॅश ओव्हर आय जे घेतलेला, that is counted twice. म्हणजे जे काही इंटरनल फोर्सेस असतात, that means interaction of the ith particle on the jth particle, as well as the interaction of the jth particle on the ith particle, that will have to sum up, and that sum up that is counted as twice. That means, let us say this Fij internal, okay, plus summation, I can say, we write this later on. So Fji internal, okay, Fij internal plus Fji internal, that is equal to twice summation dash over I j Fij internal. सगळ्यांनी लक्षात येते का पहा? This is the important thing. We'll have to sum up these conditions. That means, let us say this summation over Ij, दोन particles आहेत. ठीक आहे, interaction of ith particle on jth particle and jth on the ith particle. Show that summation. ठीक आहे, एकाचं इंटरॅक्शन जी काय व्हॅल्यू आहे that is nothing but summation dash over I दोन particles आहे. So this is counted at twice. So we can say Fij internal plus Fji internal is equal to 2 times summation dash over Ij Fij internal. But we have already seen this. According to your Newton's third law of motion, these forces are equal and opposite, and that's why this value comes out to be equal to 0. And so this 0 must be equal to summation dash over Ij Fij internal. So what does this mean? This means that this value, that is the internal force acting on the particle, either or j, both the conditions, so that should be equal to 0. So what is the remaining? So the remaining condition is nothing but this summation over I, this dpi by dt, which is equal to this summation over I, this fi external. म्हणजे काय राहिलं फक्त जे काही rate of change of momentum आहे, that momentum that depends, or that force that depends only on the external forces, not on the internal forces. मग internal forces कितीही असू द्या तर त्याची व्हॅल्यू किती आलेली आहे या ठिकाणी 0 आलेली आहे. फक्त एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस जे आहेत एखाद्या बॉडीवरती अप्लाय होणारे याच्यावरती हे जे काही कंडिशन्स आहेत त्या कंडिशन्स डिपेंड राहतात. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट second point. Now what is this pi? Pi is nothing but the momentum. आपल्याला पाहिजे काय की हा कोई लिनियर मोमेंटम हा लिनियर मोमेंटम कन्सर्व होता. So we have just already have this condition that is this pi is equal to this mi into pi. Okay, mass into velocity. So as we have to consider that in terms of this particles, let us say pi is equal to mi vi. So I just put it here and I can write, let us say, you can remove this ith particle. So for that you can have this consideration, that is summation over I, this is mi into this dpi by dt. I can say this is equal to f external. फक्त आता है, I'll just say this is your conditions, that is for your particles from 1 to n. So for that the total external force acting on the particle, not on the I, but on the total one, so that will be given in terms of this f external. Now what is pi? So pi is nothing but, as this already put it here, so this is nothing but vi. So mi, सगळ्यांनी लक्षात येतं pi ची व्हॅल्यू टाकून दिली आहे. Mass is constant, so it is taken outside. So d dt of vi. So what is velocity? Velocity is nothing but the rate of change of displacement. So vi is nothing but dri by dt. So I put it here. So I can write this as summation over r into this mi into this d dt of the value of vi is nothing but dri by dt, and that is equal to this f external. Okay. Now what you can say? You can have these conditions, that is summation over r. This is mi into d2ri by dt square. और d by dt आतमध्ये मल्टीप्लाय केला आहे, and must be equal to f external. Now I can just rearrange this a little bit, and I can write this as equal to d2 by dt square into this summation over I. Summation आतमध्ये घेतलं, mi आतमध्ये घेतलं, स्केलर क्वांटिटी आहे त्यामुळे डेरिव्हेटिव्ह वरती काही फरक पडणार नाही, into ri, which is equal to f external. What is this? Summation over I mi ri याची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? So its value that is nothing but d2 by dt square into this m into r. सगळ्यांनी लक्ष देत आहे and that is equal to f x1. हे कसं लिहिलं मी summation over I mi ri is equal to m into capital R. So we have already seen it here. What is this? Vector R is equal to summation over I mi ri upon capital M. M इकडे transfer करा, so mr is nothing but summation over I mi into r. So I can write it here as this one. M is again a constant one, so I can take it outside. So m into d2r by dt square. सगळ्यांनी लक्ष देत आहे किंवा मी हेच कसं लिहू शकतो I can write it as what is write one more step and then I can have these conditions that is f external. Now again I move back and I can write the value of dr by dt. What is dr by dt? dr by dt is nothing but velocity. Rate of change of your displacement per unit time is velocity. So I can write this is as m d dt of your v and that is equal to f external. What is this? This is nothing but the final conditions, that is dp by dt is equal to f external. सगळ्यांनी लक्षात द्या का हे जे काही कंडिशन्स आहेत त्या कंडिशन्स लक्षात घ्या. इथं आपण यूज केलेलं होतं बा pi equal to mi vr is equal to mi into dvr by dt. vi ची व्हॅल्यू टाकून दिली, so you get this mi d2 ri by dt square. आता इथं स्मॉल ri particle, now we have to consider it in terms of center of mass. आणि center of mass च्या with respect we have changed this summation as m into r. So what is r? R is nothing but the displacement, so resultant vector. So dr by dt is nothing but velocity. d dt आहे इथं, so m d by dt of velocity. m परत आतमध्ये घ्या, so d dt of mv. mv is nothing but the momentum with a small p use केला. So for the ith particle and for the total systems for n number of particles you can use it as a capital P. So dp bar by dt is equal to f external. What is dp bar by dt? dp bar by dt is nothing but the force. So that force is nothing but the external force. What does it mean? याचा जो काही मीनिंग आहे याचं मीनिंग लक्षामध्ये घ्या. So the meaning is very simple. That means this shows that for n number of particles the center of the mass is most as if the total external force were acting on the entire mass of the system. That is, the mass is concentrated at the center. जे काय आपण सेंटर ऑफ मासची कन्सेप्ट पाहिली आहे त्याच्यावरनं आपण हे जे कंडिशन्स आहेत त्या कंडिशन्स लिहिल्या आहेत. So what we have to look at? We have to look at the conservations of linear momentum. म्हणजे हा जो काही linear momentum आहे हा कधी conserve होईल? So the linear momentum will be conserved when the external force acting on the particle that is equal to 0. जर external force तुमच्या particle वरती act होणारा हा जर 0 असेल याचा अर्थ काय? When this dp bar by dt when it is equal to 0 and then only your momentum will be conserved. सगळ्यांनी लक्ष देता dp bar by dt is equal to 0. That means this value of p bar is equal to constant and this p bar is constant. That means the conservation of linear momentum. याचा अर्थ होतो की तुमचं जे काही linear momentum आहे काय होतं आहे conserve होतं. So I'll just repeat it once again. You just remember the basic conditions. The Fij म्हणजे काय? You just remember this. So we have two forces, external as well as internal forces, and we have combined it to obtain total force. ये जो भी total force है, that we have calculated that in terms of your conditions. And so this is dpi by dt. That will depends only on external forces, as internal forces will cancel each other. So you can have that condition with respect to your momentum, and we have find out for your ith particle. So we have this ith particle, and its momentum is nothing but mi vi. Particles n आहेत, ith particle नाही आहे. म्हणून आपल्याला फक्त एका particle साठी हे शोधायचं नाही. For not only for these ith particles, we have to find it or for n number of particles. सगळ्या particles आम्ही शोधायचे आहे. So for this we have sum of it for I is equal to 1 to n. So mi ri that we have written in terms of the resultant vector and into r. आणि मग त्याला परत आपण काय केलं in terms of the total momentum. So this is for ith particle and this is for the total number of system, that is nothing but n number of particles. So this is nothing but your conditions, and your momentum will be conserved when this external force म्हणजे काय ज्यावेळेस इंटरनल फोर्स देखील 0 आहे आणि एक्सटर्नल फोर्स देखील 0 आहे त्याच वेळेस तुमचं मोमेंटम काय होऊन जातं आहे कॉन्झर्व होतं आहे. अदरवाइज इट इज नॉट कॉन्झर्व, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस. सो दिस इज द कंडिशन, and external forces that will, you can say that is nothing but 0, then only you can have your momentum that is equal to, that momentum gets conserved. So we can have this